Hello, welcome to Barcelona Update News, your number one destination for the latest football news, transfer updates, match analysis, breaking stories, and everything happening around the football. If you're new in this channel, please remember to subscribe, share, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any important football updates. Lamine Yamal's birthday wish: the only gift I want is the World Cup final. As Lamine Yamal celebrated another birthday, fans around the world expected luxury gifts, surprise parties, and unforgettable celebrations. But the Barcelona superstar had only one wish. "I don't need expensive presents. The greatest gift I could receive is helping Spain reach the World Cup final." Those words quickly inspired millions of football fans. For Yamal, birthdays come and go, but the opportunity to make history for Spain comes only once in a lifetime. Instead of focusing on celebrations, the young Barcelona sensation kept his eyes fixed on one goal: leading La Roja to football's biggest stage. Every training session became another step toward that dream. Every match was another opportunity to prove why he is considered one of the brightest talents in world football. His teammates, including Pedri, Dani Olmo, and Ferran Torres, shared the same ambition. Together they carried Spain through the tournament with courage, determination, and spectacular football. Then the dream became reality. Spain booked its place in the 2026 FIFA World Cup final, and for Lamine Yamal, there could be no greater birthday gift. The celebration was no longer about candles or presents. It was about making history. Barcelona fans around the world erupted with pride as another La Masia graduate stood on the brink of football immortality. Now, one final challenge remains. One match, one trophy, one opportunity for Lamine Yamal to turn the greatest birthday wish of his life into the greatest achievement of his career. Happy birthday, Lamine Yamal. May your biggest dream end with the World Cup in your hands. The Blaugrana army leads Spain to the World Cup final. The football world is witnessing something truly extraordinary. Spain has officially reached the 2026 FIFA World Cup final, and once again, the heartbeat of La Roja is painted in the famous Blaugrana colours. Lamine Yamal, Pedri, Dani Olmo, Ferran Torres. 4 Barcelona stars, 4 warriors, one dream. Every time Spain needed inspiration, these Barcelona players answered the call. Lamine Yamal dazzled defenders with fearless dribbling and moments of pure magic. Pedri controlled the tempo with elegance beyond his years. Dani Olmo unlocked defences with his intelligence and creativity, while Ferran Torres delivered when it mattered most. For Barcelona supporters around the world, this is more than Spain's success. It is proof that the Barca philosophy continues to shine on football's biggest stage. After guiding Spain into another major final, Pedri's words echoed the confidence he showed after the UEFA Nations League final. "We have one more step to take. We respect every opponent, but we came here to make history. We will fight for every ball until the final whistle." Those words have become the spirit of this Spanish team. Now, millions of Barcelona fans are dreaming. Imagine Lamine Yamal lifting the World Cup at just 19 years old. Imagine Pedri completing another unforgettable chapter in his career. Imagine Olmo and Ferran celebrating alongside their Barca teammates after conquering the greatest tournament in football. This isn't just Spain chasing glory. It's the Barcelona generation showing the world what courage, technical brilliance, and attacking football truly look like. One final remains. One last battle. One chance to become immortal. The world is watching. Barcelona fans are believing, and Spain stands just 90 minutes away from football history. The birth of a new football king, July 19th, 2026. The entire football world had stopped. From the streets of Barcelona to the plazas of Madrid, from Buenos Aires to London, from Kigali to Tokyo, millions of supporters fixed their eyes on one stadium. Every television screen, every mobile phone, every sports bar carried the same image: the FIFA World Cup final. Spain had arrived. After weeks of breathtaking football, Luis de la Fuente's side stood only 90 minutes away from immortality. At the centre of everything was one name: Lamine Yamal. Only 19 years old, yet already carrying the hopes of an entire nation. For Barcelona supporters, this was not just another international match. It was the greatest advertisement for La Masia since the golden generation of Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, and Messi dominated world football. As the Spanish players walked through the tunnel, cameras focused on Pedri. Calm, focused, silent. Then they showed Dani Olmo. Then Ferran Torres. Finally, Lamine Yamal. The young winger closed his eyes for a few seconds before stepping onto the pitch. Nobody knew exactly what he was thinking. Maybe he remembered the small football fields where he first chased his dream. Maybe he remembered La Masia. Maybe he remembered everyone who believed in him before the world knew his name. The stadium exploded as Spain entered the field. Thousands of Spanish flags danced in the air. The national anthem echoed across the stadium. Every Barcelona fan watching from home felt goosebumps. Commentators around the world spoke about one incredible fact. 4 Barcelona stars are leading Spain into the biggest match in football. The referee blew the whistle. History had begun. Spain immediately controlled possession with the style that had become their identity. Pedri dictated the rhythm with effortless elegance. Every pass seemed perfectly weighted. Every movement created another passing lane. The opposition chased shadows. Dani Olmo drifted between the lines, constantly pulling defenders out of position. Ferran Torres stretched the defence with intelligent runs. Then came Lamine Yamal. Every time he touched the ball, the stadium held its breath. 1 defender wasn't enough. 2 defenders weren't enough. Sometimes 3 players surrounded him, yet he still escaped with unbelievable balance and creativity. The commentators could hardly believe what they were witnessing. This young man isn't playing with fear. He's playing like he owns the biggest stage in football. Barcelona supporters flooded social media. That's our boy. La Masia never stops producing magic. The future belongs to Barca. The first half remained tense. Every tackle carried enormous importance. Every chance could change football history forever. Then, Pedri intercepted a loose pass in midfield. Without looking, he played a perfectly weighted through ball. Lamine accelerated. The defender tried to keep up. Impossible. The teenager reached the ball first. 1 touch, 2nd touch. The goalkeeper rushed forward. Instead of shooting, Yamal calmly squared the ball across goal. A teammate arrived at exactly the right moment. Goal! The stadium erupted. Spanish fans cried with joy. The substitutes ran onto the touchline before being pulled back by the coaching staff. Lamine Yamal didn't celebrate alone. He sprinted directly toward Pedri. The 2 Barcelona teammates embraced while millions watched around the globe. One had created the opportunity, the other had created the goal. It was football at its purest. The second half became even more dramatic. The opponents pushed forward desperately. Spain defended with discipline. Every block was celebrated like a goal. Every clearance brought them closer. Minutes disappeared. 85, 86, 87. The pressure was unbearable. Then came one final counter-attack. Pedri recovered possession. Again. His vision found Yamal running into open space. The young winger accelerated. The crowd stood. 1 defender. A body feint. Gone. 2nd defender. Nutmeg. The stadium exploded before the move even finished. The goalkeeper charged forward. Instead of panicking, Yamal delicately lifted the ball over him. Time seemed to stop. Goal! The World Cup final had its defining moment. Lamine Yamal fell to his knees. His teammates surrounded him instantly. The bench emptied. Spanish supporters cried openly. Commentators screamed his name across every continent. Lamine Yamal has written his name into football history. When the final whistle finally arrived, nobody on the Spanish bench could control their emotions. Players collapsed onto the grass. Others simply stared at the sky. Spain were world champions. The captain lifted the FIFA World Cup trophy as golden confetti covered the stadium. Then something unforgettable happened. Several senior players called Lamine Yamal to the front. Instead of standing behind them, they wanted the youngest superstar beside the trophy. The cameras captured the image that would define an entire generation. Lamine Yamal smiling while holding the World Cup. Within minutes, that photograph became the most shared sports image on Earth. Back in Barcelona, thousands of fans gathered outside the Spotify Camp Nou. Fireworks lit up the Catalan sky. People sang club songs until sunrise, and they celebrated the teenager who had become the face of world football and the beginning of a brand new era. The morning after Spain lifted the FIFA World Cup, the football world woke up to a new reality. Every major newspaper carried the same headline: Lamine Yamal leads Spain to World Cup glory. From Barcelona to Buenos Aires, from London to Tokyo, television channels replayed his magical dribbles, decisive passes, and unforgettable goal in the final. Sports analysts agreed on one thing: a new era of football had officially begun. Millions of Barcelona supporters gathered outside Spotify Camp Nou wearing Yamal shirts. Children copied his celebrations in parks and school playgrounds. Fans who had once grown up watching Lionel Messi now believed they were witnessing the rise of another extraordinary La Masia graduate. Social media exploded.